Okay, fine. Okay. So you say over deliver, right?
Yeah.
Because because I really want to ask that question
Yeah.
because yes, of course, it is good to over deliver, right?
Yeah.
But what do you do whereby, let's say, you tend to over deliver, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, of course. Yes, of course. Like, we know that we're not supposed to expect anything. Like, I'm like, yes, of course. I'm like, it's a service. We're helping other people, right?
Yeah.
But what would you suggest whereby you say, like, if you feel that okay, fine, you're over delivering, you're running out of resources, and you just getting rich, like how would you go with, like, how would you go that kind of situation?
See. Let's break it down. I'm not the one that says it is better to give than to receive. There is a truth in it, right? If you have a cup that is full, you cannot receive more. You cannot have more in it. But when you pour it out, then you can receive more, right? Yeah. This is simple. It's simple. When your cup is full, everything you put on it, it pours over. When you have and you empty it, you have space for more. Mm-hmm. Right? So personally, I think going through life, what goes around comes out. If you do good, good will come back to you. It says it is better to give than to receive. I suppose all these sayings are not wrong. That's what I suppose. And if you now see, they say, if you help enough people, by helping, you're giving. It says if you help enough people get what they want, you will automatically get. And if we now take these companies that I'm talking about, or let's just take a shop, for example, that you go and you pay your dollar in to get something. What do they do in the first place? They provide that amenity that you want. They help you get what you want. In return, you give them money. But they help you, first of all, get what you want. If they don't give you what you want, you won't pay them, right?
Yeah.
So no matter how you look at it, if you're doing it for free, and the Bible says, he that doesn't work should not eat. So if you work, you deserve to be recompensed. Right? So you can look at it from all angles, religiously, it's there. It's I don't know how to explain it, but the best, to the best of my knowledge, is if you help enough people get what they want. Let's take, for instance, now, we are here, we are trying to make things work. We are trying to understand a few things. We are spending time here, right? Do we deserve to understand better? Do we deserve to become better people? I think the answer is yes, because we are putting in the time, we are learning, we are listening to each other, we are taking notes. We automatically become better because we came in empty and we are going out fuller than we came in. Because you've had a few things that you say, let me write that down. That means you came in this full, and because of the things that you've written down, you're going out this full. You're going out more than you came in. Right? And me, just from talking, just from teaching, I'm becoming wiser. I'm giving out, but at the same time, because I'm offloading what I have in me, I am making space to give more. Sometimes you cannot explain it.
Yes.
But this is the way it works. Because if you now see all these guys now that have made, have you heard of people that have made so much money and they want to give that money back?
Yes.
Like Bill Gates and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of one person, but I'm just saying, how would you earn money and all of a sudden you want to give it back? It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
They have a conviction. That's why they do it. You understand? So is it possible to over-deliver? Yes, you can over-deliver. But is it good to over-deliver? There's dozens of information out there anyway. I'm just going to put mine there also. Mine might not work for you, but it might work for Caroline. But how would I know it's going to work for Caroline if I don't put it out there?
Yes.
So I'm going to put it out there. If it doesn't work for you, and it works for Peter and for Caroline, fine. And if it works for you, that's even better. Because if you don't do anything and because you think you're not good enough, then these guys won't be helped.
Yes.
And I think it was Les Brown that says the richest place on earth is the burial ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one.
The richest place on earth is the burial ground.
Mm.
There you will go and you will see a lot of people that are buried there with all their gifts.
Their knowledge, yes.
All their knowledge and their gifts that it has been given to them to bring into the world. But because of their short-sightedness and they are thinking they're not yet good enough and they are waiting until they are better, they go with all the gifts that they have brought to the world. And who is suffering from that? The world is suffering from lack of those gifts.
Mm.
Because remember, there will be nobody like Elon Musk.
Mm.
He is meant to do this thing.
Mm.
Facebook, Zuckerberg.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. He is meant to create that thing, right? The guy from Google is made to create that thing.
Mm.
Bill Gates is made to create that thing. What's the other one's name from iPod and Mac and what's his name? The one that is late.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
He's made to create that thing. These are the gifts that they brought with them. If they don't put it out, we wouldn't get them.
Yeah.
We will get something else, but not this stuff.
Yeah.
So the graveyard is the richest place on earth because a lot of people carry their gifts with them to the grave because they are scared. What will this person say if I do it and I do it wrong? Look at the guy, that Edison.
Yeah.
Edison made the light bulb, the story of the light bulb.
Mm.
How many times did this guy fail?
Oh God, 100.
100?
Hundreds of thousands, huh? A lot, huh? Thousands of times.
They said it failed 10,000 times.
Yeah, he failed thousands of times. Now we are enjoying this because he didn't quit.
Yes.
If he had quit, it will have been a different story.
You know, the Jim Rohn said a story about two men. He said both of them they were working as a top level in their company, and I think from the description, I think he's talking about black men. So he said something happened. They were fired from there. They took over the company and they were left to go.
I know this.
So what happened? Two of them started looking for work. After a while,
it's less. Let me correct you.
It's Les Brown. Yes, it's Les Brown.
Yes.
Les Brown.
But go on. I like that one. Go on.
Yes.
He said one quit and the other one continued.
Yes.
He got to a stage. He didn't find anything. The last place he went, he said, you know what? Okay, you don't want to give me. Actually, they're telling them that they're overqualified.
Yeah.
That if they employ them, they are not going to stay.
Let me free. Yeah.
So what happened? The guy said, okay, you know what? Let me just be doing it for free. I just need to go somewhere.
Yes.
So he started working there. And what is so amazing about that story is that he is the first one that will arrive. He's the last one that will leave.
That's over delivery, my friend. Over delivery.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's doing more than even the paid staff.
Yeah.
So someday,
my friend, please let me say one thing before you continue, please.
Yeah.
There is either of them that says, do more than you get paid for. He says, his advice he gives, he said, do more than you get paid for. So please continue.
So at the end of the day, somebody had to leave, maybe retire or something. There's a vacancy for a top management position. Who do they select? This guy that has been doing free job.
Yes.
That they rejected in the first place, that in the first time that we are not going to employ you.
Yeah.
Is the one that is selected for that position. Because he did not first of all quit looking for a job.
Yes.
Then he's ready to give value.
Extra.
And And he was doing it for free, and he's putting everything into it.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting at home and
yeah.
So this is my brother. I'm happy that I introduced you to this guy, and I'm happy that you are learning. Because when I see I'm here today talking to you guys, it's because of these guys. It's because of these mentors that I have in my life that is making me sit down here and talk to you guys. Because they've taught me a lot of things. And just the fact that I know, just by me talking with you guys, you are beginning to, iron sharpened iron. You're beginning to see these things. You're beginning to listen to these people. It's beginning to make sense what they are saying. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you very much for sharing this. Listen, it is important. If you want to become self-made, if you want to become a doctor, what do doctors do? They go to doctor school, right? The chef amongst us, who is teaching you? Other chefs, right?
Yes.
If you want to become skillful in as a mechanic, you go to mechanicians and you learn from them. If you want to become very skillful in whatever, you go to people that are doing that
the same thing
that you want to become, and you learn from them. You say, teach me what you study them. How do you do this? If you want to become rich, just look at rich people. If you want to become wealthy, study wealth. I think it's Jim Rohn that said, you want to become wealthy, study wealth. If you want to become a mechanic, go to
study mechanic. Yeah.
So that's just the way it is. We want to become people that sit in our house and we have things going on, and we sell things on internet. Then we have to study the people that are doing these things.
Yes.
They say you become an average of the 5 people that you mingle with. The 5 closest people that you mingle with. I think there's a truth to it. So if we are all thinking the same way, we want to become better than we are yesterday. We want to learn how to do marketing. We want to learn how to sell things online without leaving our house. There are so many things to learn, yes. But it is only by taking it one step at a time, gradually. Yes. So like my mentor, Jim Rohn, says, I am working full-time on my job and I am working part-time on my fortune. He says, because your wages will make you a living, but profits will make you a fortune.
Wow.
Wages will make you a living, profits will make you a fortune. So learn the mechanics, he says. Learn the mechanics. Learn how these things work. Pick up the skills. If it's a book that you have to read, read it. If it's a class that you have to follow, follow it. What are we doing here? We are following classes from SFM. Today, we are now thinking, how do I make my post to do this, to do that? We are not thinking about SFM anymore. We have learned the skills already.
Yes.
Everybody that you know above 15 years has a mobile phone. Everybody that you know above 15 years is buying once a month or once a year on the internet. That's one thing you have to understand. Everybody that you know that is above 15, normally the law is above 18, but 15 years old, they all have their GSM, their mobile phone in their hands. They know how to shop. So what's happening now is that you are guiding them to look at what you have to offer.